welcome back to Modern Day Meta. Modern Day Meta is all about bridging the everyday and the sacred. I am Meta, and I thank you for joining me for a quick look at the current planetary influences with a focus on the inner planets. I have created a video for the current outer planetary influences that I will link at the end of this video. This video was produced around March 15th, 2020 in preparation for the collective wellness readings I do twice a month for each element. On this channel, you will find monthly birthday readings and Wheel of the Year Sabbath readings. There are an additional 8 moon phase readings for the collective throughout each month if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Those links are provided below in the description box. So let's get to it. The Sun. So the Sun is finishing up its transit through the sign of Pisces. The connection between our highest selves, our inner emotional world, and our physical, mental, and emotional barriers become much more transparent. There is a deep connection with the divine, the spiritual, and cultivating a practice that focuses on those things. It's a good time to allow your intuition to guide you on what needs and wants to be healed. Around March 19th, the Sun will move into Aries. This is called the spring equinox in the modern world and Ostara in the old world. The word Ostara comes from the Anglo-Saxon goddess name Eostre. Eostre represented spring and new beginnings. For the Aries collective, be sure to watch for your annual birthday video called Planetary Influences of 2020. And for the remaining collective, you can look forward to a Tarot and Oracle collective Ostara reading as well. So the moon is currently transiting the sign of Sagittarius at the recording of this video. This energy is flexible and enthusiastic. The current moon phase is waning gibbous, and it is a period of contemplation, breakdown, and understanding to help you spread the information and process what you have learned at the full moon. Also present, a sense of gratitude for intentions that are coming into form. We are all most certainly in a receive mode during this phase of the moon. In astrology, because the moon changes signs every 2.5 days, which is very, very quickly, it's more practical to track the 8 monthly phases of the moon and align how we flow our energy with those segments of time, whether you conserve energy and rest or you're taking action after planning. Again, to follow these monthly moon phases, be sure and subscribe to my Instagram feed or follow my Facebook page to receive your collective energy reading at each of these moon phases each month. The new moon of March is in Aries on the 23rd. And it will be a good time to set Aries-like intentions, such as intentions for new beginnings, for focus on yourself, for focus on innocence and authenticity, for further self-discovery, independence, courage, and also disengaging from self-absorption. Hopefully, we all joined together on the happy dance that was March 10th when Mercury went direct in Aquarius after a long and emotional season through Pisces and Aquarius. We will still be under the influence of the retrograde conditions throughout the end of this month when the retrograde shadow lifts. On the 17th, Mercury re-enters Pisces once again, giving us a final review on the deeper meanings of our life, nursing our emotional wounds, and sorting out miscommunication. Mercury gets officially lit by the Martian energy of the spring equinox on April 12th when it enters Aries. Next up is Venus, who continues her transit in her home sign of Taurus, which began on the 4th of March and will be concluding in early April. With Venus here, our focus remains on ourselves and developing our needs and wants more fully. We are compelled to examine our ideas around survival, security, love, affection, happiness, fulfillment, and the things we do to meet these needs. This is a potent window for significant change in how you see yourself, how you value and care for yourself, and how you ensure that your needs and wants are being met in your life. Next up is Mars, which continues its 6-week transit through the sign of Capricorn, which began mid-February and will finish up at the end of this month. Over the last 6 weeks, we should have implemented something long-lasting for ourselves and our future stability. Mars brought energy, focus, motivation to the sign of the Goat, where it joined with Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn to help us gather the inspiration and burst of energy to keep ourselves going and move forward on projects and tasks securing long-term future stability. As I mentioned on March 30th, Mars is going to change signs and move into Aquarius. If you're wondering what this might look like, if you have previously been afraid to break out of some old habits or change the way you do things, this will give you an extra influx of life into that area. You'll feel more motivated and willing to cross those lines and let go of whatever doesn't withstand your urge for change. And you're tired of wasting your time. You want the most efficient and clear way forward possible, and you're willing to make the sacrifices necessary to get there. This concludes the current planetary influences update for this period. I do want to spend just a moment talking to you a little bit about how to apply this information to yourself personally. And to understand what area of your life will be influenced, you'll need to have your own birth chart that has your rising sign, which then dictates the sign on each of the house positions throughout your chart. I'll give you an example using the information I just shared. Mars is currently in the sign of Capricorn. And on my birth chart, Capricorn rules the 10th house. So the area currently influenced by Martian energy is my 10th house of reputation, status, and career. You can find out for free and get your own personal birth chart at cafeastrology.com, or my favorite is astro.com. And you will need some information, including the time you were born. So be sure and check out your birth certificate and be positive about it. Mom thinks she knows, but she sometimes doesn't remember accurately. So be sure and check your birth certificate. And once you plug in your date of birth, your location of birth and your time of birth, one of these services will produce a chart for you, and you'll be able to understand better how the current planetary influences might be affecting you personally. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate your likes and subscribes. You can leave me a comment telling me about what portions of the video resonated with you. Hang tight, because your wellness reading is up next. Greetings, Air Collective. Welcome to Modern Day Meta. My name is Meta. Thank you for joining me and or being a part of the collective I'm reading for. As promised, here is your reading for wellness, clarity, and healing for the second half of March 2020. If you are a returning member of the MDM Collective, hey boo, peace and blessings. Thank you for being here. If this is your first time here, please check out the welcome video that talks about who I am, who I'm not, as well as what you can expect if you should choose to subscribe to the channel. All social media links, as well as methods for booking a consultation, are in the description box below. Cards have been casino shuffled and blessed off camera. And as you can see in here, I shuffle them a bit more on camera so that you can tap in and tune in yourself. So here we go. The focus, as I said, of today's reading is wellness, clarity, and healing for the general collective of air. That's Gemini, Virgos, and Aquarius. Given the energies this collective will be encountering for the next 2 weeks from March 15th through the 31st, 2020. Bookended between 2 oracle selections, I'll be consulting Spirit for recommendations from my medicine decks. And so from the Secret Language of Light, I will draw and read, then I will pull 3 cards from each of the following decks for your wellness plan. The Stone Medicine from the Crystals deck, Plant and Sea Medicine from the Energy Medicine cards, and an Essential Oil Medicine from the Essential Oils Oracle deck, followed up with Keepers of the Light. So here we go. Any and all beings. Most benevolent outcome for this general air collective reading for March 15th through the 31st, 2020. Thank you, Spirit. Air Collective, show us clearly, please. Air Collective, March 15th through the 31st. Air Collective. Let's see what kind of stone medicine Spirit is recommending for you, given the energies that you'll be encountering the last 2 weeks or so of March, last half of March for air. Thank you, Spirit. Show us clearly, please. And Plant and Sea Medicine, Air Collective, March 15th through the 31st. Air Collective, March 15th through the 31st. And Essential Oil Medicine, Air Collective, March 15th through the 31st. Thank you, Spirit. And finally, from Keepers of the Light for our air collective, Spirit, thank you. Recommendation for Keepers of the Light. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Let's do this air collective. Let's see what you got. All right. From Secret Language of Light, you have Vesica Pisces, number 26, breaking down to an 8. And our Earth Collective had an 8 on this as well. 26. All right, Vesica Pisces. Creating soul truth in the world. All right, the outside world feels more real than the inner world because we have been encouraged to focus more on what is outside of us. We've learned to give things that can be seen by others or touched by us more importance than what we feel. Making decisions can become difficult when our awareness is focused away from our inner needs and wants. When our internal and external realities are integrated, decisions are clear and easily made. This leads to satisfaction as there is no resistance to your fulfillment. When we scan the myriad possibilities open up to us in the manifested world, we will know what we want and will not feel overwhelmed. In this space, we become grateful for the decisions we have made and all the ones we will make in the future. Right on. Creating soul truth in the world. Air signs. And your stone recommendation is citrine. A must-have for wannabe makers of art, how noble, and money, how gosh. Citrine is a pale gold to smoky brown quartz. Those candy yellow citrines you find at shops are actually heat-treated amethyst, which is another beast altogether. Let's see if I can get this clear. Who needs it? Anyone with a big idea or big dreams, probably you. And where to put it? Wherever you set intentions. Placing some citrine in your pocket each morning makes an energetic statement like, greatness is out there and I am coming for it. When to use it? When it's time to really get on your grind and start creating the tomorrow of your dreams today. And the affirmation for this stone is manifest your masterpiece. Manifest your masterpiece. Citrine. It's going to help you with this creating heaven on earth kind of energy. Plant essence being recommended for our air collective for the last half of March is purple magnolia. Purple magnolia. And it says, let my senses quiver and vibrate with the delight of the earth. Let my eyes see and my ears hear and my hands feel. Let me smell the fragrance of the earth. Let me see the beauty of the earth. Let me feel the texture of the earth. Let me celebrate the joy of being fully embodied. Let me sing a song of gratitude for life itself. Keyword here is sensuality, with a big pink star there, resonating rose quartz or morganite, something like that. Chakras activated are your solar plexus and crown, along with your heart protector meridian. And the element that this is aligned to is fire or passion, getting shit done. All right, and the essential oil recommendation, Air Collective. Again, it's more of a recommendation than it is an essential oil. You got cleansing. And this is about the purification. The key word here is purification. You are encouraged to be on the lookout for the ego statement that sounds like their opinion matters to me. and replace it with a spirit statement. I see things in a new way. Your message is, as you release external influences and energy, you will become clear with regard to what is needed. The color of this card is purple. Say that this resonates or vibrates with your 7th chakra. The 7th chakra. There it is. Cleansing, air collective. And finally, to conclude your wellness reading from Keepers of the Light, we have Hilarion. Let me just grab this book so I can read it for you. Hilarion. Divine healing. Look at all that green. Let's see if I can get it here. Divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Hilarion is a spiritual master who lived in the Middle East during the 4th century. At the age of 15, he felt the call to go to the retreat of St. Anthony in the Egyptian desert. This was busy with people needing healing, so after a while, he went back home with some monks. During that time, his parents passed away, and it is said that Hilarion was so devoted to service he gave all of their estate to his brothers and the poor. For the rest of his life, he lived as a hermit in a cave and was said to perform miracles with his prayers and touch. To this day, he is dedicated to healing, but he also helps spiritual people who feel overly sensitive to overcome their challenges and integrate with the normal world. The world can seem overwhelming to you, and it's okay to retreat to a safe space every now and then to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to serve others or share your healing with them, but please ensure you are filled up with light, love, and energy first, so that you are not sacrificing your own development for others. You are surrounded by the healing light of Hilarion and the healing angels at this time, so that you can recharge and feel whole. Bright green there too, healing your heart chakra. Looks like air collective. This concludes your health and wellness reading for the last half of March. If you hung out all the way to the end of this video, I sure appreciate that. I welcome your comments regarding portions of the message that resonate with you, as well as your likes and shares. Looking forward to reading for you again very soon, Air Collective. Until then, namaste.